All right, Janet, thank you so much. Well, the time now, 5:31, and good morning again, everyone. We begin in Burton, where firefighters are still on the scene of an apartment fire. It's going on right now at the Boulder Creek Apartments off Center Road. Initial reports indicated the hallways filled with smoke and the smoke detector started going off, so the building was evacuated. When firefighters arrived, there were still several people, including children, inside that building. A deputy fire chief says it started in a kitchen. Additional help was requested from Grand Blanc. At last check, the fire is completely out and the building is being cleared of smoke. No one was injured. Now, earlier in the week, we told you about a gunman who took aim at a Colorado church, killing the pastor's mother. Now we're learning the woman is a retired nurse from Flint. It happened near the end of services at the New Destiny Christian Center outside Denver. Josephine Eccles was leaving the church to help a driver who had crashed his car. The driver shot and killed Eccles. An off-duty police officer then shot the gunman. His condition is not known, and police aren't saying who he is or the motive of that shooting. Flint police have identified the victims in Monday morning's double shooting on the city's north side. Police say Andrew Jones was killed on Baltimore New DuPont. Rendell Taylor remains in critical condition in a local hospital. The men were found slumped over in a car when police arrived on the scene. No suspect information has been released. 3 people are caught driving in the wrong direction on Outer Drive in Saginaw County. Police say a 26-year-old man was behind the wheel with 2 female passengers from the Bay City area driving against traffic before pulling into a driveway. When the homeowner went to the car, police say he noticed all 3 were passed out.
As he was slumped over, he started shaking, making kind of twitching a little bit.
And the passengers were taken to St. Mary's Hospital. Police say drugs may have factored in the incident. And Michiganders will get another chance to question Governor Rick Snyder during an online town hall meeting. The event will be streamed live today, 12:15 on the governor's live stream account. Questions can be submitted online or by phone. Snyder's office says the town hall will last about 45 minutes. Now, Jared Smith joins us from the Interactive Center with more on the meeting. Good morning, Jared. All right, Jared, thank you so much. Great news there. President Obama is telling college students he feels their pain when it comes to student loans. The president emphasized the need to keep the interest rates on student loans from rising. Obama told a crowd in North Carolina he and his wife only paid off their student debt loans 8 years ago. Now, the Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke will give an update on the nation's economy today. He'll first make a decision on whether or not to raise interest rates. Then he'll hold his quarterly press briefing. Interest rates have remained at record lows, and economic conditions are expected to keep the rate low until at least 2014. A case of mad cow disease confirmed in a cow in Central California. It's the first known case in the United States since 2006 and just the 4th ever in the country. The chief veterinary officer for the Agriculture Department says no meat from the dairy cow was headed to the food supply and there is no cause for alarm. He says it's an atypical case of BSE, which means the cow did not contract it from infected feed. The Justice Department says a former BP engineer intentionally got rid of evidence that showed there was more oil flowing into the Gulf of Mexico than BP would later report. Kurt Mix was arrested and charged with 2 counts of obstruction of justice for deleting more than 300 text messages related to the 2010 BP oil spill. If convicted, Mix faces up to 20 years in prison and substantial fines. BP released a statement in response to the charges. It reads, in part, BP had clear policies regarding preservation of evidence in this case and has undertaken substantial and ongoing efforts to preserve the evidence. The city of Saginaw, celebrating Earth Day with the Go Green community event. Saginaw City employees with the Green Team group gathered to promote local farming and bring awareness about recycling. Janet gardeners, beekeepers, the Saginaw Farmers Market, and others set up shop in an open house at City Hall in hopes of getting more of us to take care of the environment. I'm all for it.
Amen, sister. Well, I'm glad to hear that. They got some honey out there. It looks delicious. Absolutely love the farmers market. Well, for us here today, it might be a nice day to visit the farmers market or just get outside and
Welcome back. The time 5:51, and Botox injections have been approved to prevent migraine headaches, but a new study suggests they provide only minimal benefit. Researchers reviewed data from over 5,000 adults with a history of headaches. While Botox injections did reduce the number of headaches among patients with chronic migraines or daily headaches, the improvements were small, and Botox was no more effective than a placebo in patients with occasional migraines or any type of tension headache. Botox was also associated with side effects like neck pain, muscle weakness, neck stiffness, and a drooping of the upper eyelid. And we've been hearing it for years, but now there is proof that chocolate is good for us. Researchers had a group of adults eat 50 grams of either dark chocolate with 70% cocoa or white chocolate, which contains no cocoa, for 15 days. Those who ate dark chocolate had lower glucose and lower levels of LDL or bad cholesterol, as well as higher levels of good cholesterol than the white chocolate group. And while researchers say dark chocolate appears to lower the risk of cardiovascular disease, it's all about moderation, Janet. So what do you think? Do you like dark chocolate?